Claire, thank you so much for being here. It's so nice to have you join Halo in conversation with. Claire, you describe yourself as, let me get this right, brand strategy director, cat surf, and sometimes food and wine writer, building brands for the platform age. Now, I think that's very important to get the cat thing out there in the open, and we can come to wine later. But tell me, like, how did you end up in brand strategy? Was that always your plan or the cat's plan? Yeah, tell me.
The cat who is behind me and may make some kind of audio or visual or both appearance at some point, so be warned. But she's currently sunbathing. She was not around at the time, so she is not responsible for that decision.
Okay.
It was definitely not my plan. I didn't really have a plan. I left university not really knowing what I wanted to do, and I did various sort of marketing and comms adjacent things.
Yeah.
In the food and drink world, because that's always something I've loved. But you were working for sort of local smaller restaurants, things like that, here in London. So we have an amazing restaurant scene. So that was great, but I now know it wasn't quite strategic enough, but I didn't always have the language or the understanding to describe that, but that's what I was missing. And then I just met somebody. I was at a Primavera festival back when I was young enough to go to multi-day festivals. And one of the people in the extended friendship group was a strategist at Mother, actually, a lovely lady called Rosanna. And we were just like chatting over a beer in Barcelona, and she was telling me about her job, and I thought, oh my God, that sounds amazing. A combination of culture analysis, how our brains and memories work, creativity, storytelling, customer research, market research. Like, it just all sounded so much like my alley. I almost couldn't believe that this was a job. So yeah, I just decided after that I would try and do that job, and it took a while to get my foot in the door. I was very lucky that a wonderful strategist called Kat Wiles, who was then head of planning at BCCP, gave me a chance. They've always had a strong belief that it's good to have people from quite different backgrounds. The CSO, I think, had been in sort of documentaries and stuff. So yeah, they gave me a chance. For the first year, I had basically no idea what was going on. Everyone was talking this like different language, and I didn't really know what's happening. I'd never met people called creatives before. I'd never briefed anyone. I didn't know what an RFP was, a response to brief, or any of these things. So I don't think I'd ever really made a PowerPoint presentation, which is hilarious because that is like, seems to be sometimes, rather too much of the job. So yeah, but luckily I sort of figured it out and enjoyed it as much as I'd hoped. So it was really fortuitous meeting. But yeah, I suppose one of the things that I have thought about since is how, and there are lots of agencies working on changing this, is I don't think people have much of a sense of all the different careers that are available in advertising, branding, whatever you want to call it. Whether that's production, which I would be absolutely dreadful at and have no desire to do, or strategy. Obviously, I think people just think it's just people that write the ads or do the design or something like that, and there's so many other roles. So yeah, I think it's a bit of a shame that it's not more widely known. I wish I'd known about it more when I was younger or at school, but then equally maybe I wasn't ready to sort of come to it. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that echoes some of my own journey as well. I kind of wiggled my way into strategy and definitely did not know about it when I was at school.